Hey, lifers, Dustin here, and it's Thursday, which means it's time for another episode of Thursday Thoughts. And this one I thought would be kind of interesting considering I get asked this question all the time down in the comments section. Dustin, who's your favorite team? And it's one that I've been pretty open about. I am a college football fan, just like you are a college football fan. And obviously, there are teams that I love. There are teams that I grew up rooting for. There are teams that I hate, though I will never make a video about that because the second I say I hate a certain team, all of the fans of that team are going to attack me if I ever even barely just tiny little bitty critique that team on anything, such as like an offensive guard's footwork. They're going to be like, "You just saying that because you hate my team." So I'll never make a video about that, but I figured this was a pretty benign video to make to let you know the teams that I love the most. Now, of course, since I'm sharing the secret with you and telling you who my favorite team is, let me know down in the comment section what your favorite team is, and make sure to respond and make sure to be honest because it will kind of judge how I go forward with the channel. Because obviously, if I have, a whole lot of Ohio State fans, I'm going to be more inclined to make more Ohio State content. If I have a whole lot of Washington fans, I'm going to be more obliged to kind of make more Washington-specific videos. And also, let me know down in the comments section, what are some teams that you don't love, that aren't your favorite teams, that are teams that you really root for in other conferences? For instance, for absolutely no reason, there are teams scattered around the country that I just root for and I love. And most of it's probably because they're underdogs, or I like to coach or a player they had, or they have cool uniforms. My favorite color is green. It's my favorite color in the whole world. And I tried to think about this with my brother the other day. I genuinely don't know if there's a team where green is one of their primary colors that I hate. Not only in college football, just in any sports. Like, I don't know, the Oakland A's. I don't hate the Oakland A's. So if your team is primarily green, Eastern Michigan, Oregon, Miami, Baylor, up until this like recent stuff. Maybe Baylor's the one green team I don't like. There's not a whole lot of green teams, so I tend to like all of the ones that have green in it. North Texas, the mean green. Tulane, what up? There's a lot of teams that are, USF. I don't hate USF. I tend to root for these teams. Like if it's a tiebreaker between a team that I don't really care that much about and a team that's green, I'll pretty much always root for the green team. My favorite NFL team is the Philadelphia Eagles. If you follow me on social media, you already know that. But there's a chance that I actually like the Philadelphia Eagles because when I was a little kid, my favorite color was green, and they were the first green team I saw on TV. I was set up for failure because really it was either the Eagles or the Jets. Either one would have disappointed me my entire life. But now, the answer to the question that you guys have all been sitting on pins and needles for, I'm sure, except for all the ones who already know this. Let me give you a quick little backstory for me. So, I was born in Greenville, South Carolina, where I currently live, and my dad has been a season ticket holder at Clemson since before they won their first national championship in 1981. I think he said he started in 1980, but I'm not sure exactly. But I know it was before the championship. He had season tickets that season. When I came home from the crib in '89, I came home from the crib in like a Clemson onesie. And there are photos of me as a little kid with Clemson stuff on. So I've been a Clemson fan my entire life. And until the last few years, it has been pretty brutal. I grew up a Clemson Tigers and Philadelphia Eagles fan. It was hard, fam. So starting in probably 1994, I started going to every Clemson home game, and when I got into college, I started going to a lot of the away games too. I've probably seen over 100, no, I've definitely seen over 100 Clemson games in person, maybe closer to like 150, if I can be honest, because it's like 20-something years of going to at least 7 games a year, usually the last few years more than that. I saw them beat Alabama, I saw Alabama beat them in the national championship game. I was at the Orange Bowl when they beat Oklahoma. I was at the '07 Peach Bowl when they lost to Auburn in overtime. I was at Deshaun Watson's first touchdown against Georgia. I was in his first start. I was at, his injury at Georgia Tech. I've been to a lot of Clemson away games. I think I've seen Clemson at Georgia Tech like 4 times now. So I've seen a lot of Clemson games, But I graduated from the University of Alabama. So, also very big Alabama fan. So, the last few years for me in college football have been pretty good. So now you know my deepest, darkest, not really a secret at all. If you've ever followed me on social media or you read through the comments, people ask me who my favorite team is, and sometimes I'll deflect it, but sometimes I will respond. And what really, really cracks me up is when people say that I hate Clemson or I hate Alabama. Sometimes, like, I was balancing those two between number 1 and number 2 earlier in the season, and whenever I dropped Clemson to 2, people were like, man, you hate Alabama. It's like, dude, I got a degree from Alabama. Like, I don't hate Alabama. I love the University of Alabama. I probably love it more than you, to be honest with you. And then right now I have Clemson down in the teens in my top 25 poll, and people are like, man, you a Clemson hater. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, I am a college football fan. I guess analyst, but I don't think of myself that way. I'm a college football fan. And my biggest goal on this channel is if I say something positive or negative about your team, I don't want you to feel like it comes from a place of bias. I may have my own personal thoughts about teams or coaches or players, but I don't want any critique I have of South Carolina or Auburn, who are the two biggest rivals of the teams I like. If I say something about Auburn, I don't want Auburn fans to be like, well, he's just a Bama guy. What does he know? He just hates our team. No, I'm trying to be objective when I come to this channel. And my favorite comments, even though I know I'm probably going to get them more and more now that I've actually said something, some of my favorite comments in the entire world that I've gotten on this channel is when people have called me either a Bama hater or a Clemson hater, because it means that I'm doing what I'm trying to do here. I want to be objective. I want you to trust me with my opinion, even if you don't agree with it. Even if you think I'm totally wrong, I don't want you to think that I'm seeing it through some orange or crimson colored glasses. So, with all that being said, if you see anybody in the comments section in the future who says that I'm a Clemson hater, feel free to just mock them in the comment section, or that I hate Alabama and I want them to lose and I'm sick of them winning. You have free reign to just poke at them and be like, you're dumb. Just tell them you're dumb. You're a dumb person. You need to pay more attention. Anyways, I figured this would be kind of a different feel of a video, more free-form video. Let me know down in the comment section what your favorite team is, what some of your other teams that you just root for that you have no reason to actually root for. They're in a conference, they're across the country. I didn't actually tell you mine. Some of the ones that just pop into my head, off the top of my head, is Wyoming. I love Wyoming. I don't know why. I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason for any of these teams. Their colors are brown and yellow. They look like an acorn, and I love it. I'm not even, like, none of these are ironic. I love Wyoming. I love Utah State. They're like, to me, they are the epitome of little brother, and that's only because they're in a rivalry called Battle of the Brothers. I love UCLA's, like, baby blue. I think that's really nice. What other teams do I just irrationally like? I've already said all the teams that are in green pretty much, except Baylor. I'm not rooting for Baylor right now. It'll probably get back in a little while, but with everything that's gone on there, I can't root for that team. And then you have, like, Coastal Carolina. They're from Myrtle Beach. That's where me and my family went on vacation every single year since I was born. So I like Coastal. I like App State. I went to a home game there, and it was snowing, and it was really nice. I like App State, old Southern Conference friends of Furman. Same with Georgia Southern. But yeah, this video's rambled on and on enough. I tried to pick some teams out of the group of 5. Troy, they're in Alabama. South Alabama, they're the Jaguars out of Mobile. I root for them as well. Anyway, let me know some of the teams, specifically in, like, the group of 5, like, really out of left field teams that you just tend to have a natural affinity for, down in the comments section. And also, while you're down there, suggest other videos that you just kind of want to pick my brain about so I can make an individual video like this one in the future, because these are just kind of fun, just to not to have a script, not to have any stats that I have to memorize, to just be able to just talk to the camera. So let me know that down below. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know your favorite team down in the comments section. Click the circle in order to subscribe or watch any of the other videos over there to the right that YouTube has suggested for you. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, until next time. All the time down in the comments section, Dustin, who's your favorite team? And it's one that I've been pretty open about. I am a college football fan, just like you are a college. All of the fans of that team are going to attack me if I ever even barely just tiny little bitty critique that team on anything, such as like an offensive guard's footwork. They're going to be like, you're just saying that because you hate my team. So I'll never make a video about that, but I figured this was a pretty benign video to make to let you know the teams that I love the most. Now, of course, since I'm sharing the secret. Hey lifers, Dustin here, and it's Thursday, which means it's time for another episode of Thursday Thoughts. And this one I thought would be kind of interesting considering I get asked this question as a football fan. And obviously there are teams that I love, there are teams that I grew up rooting for, there are teams that I hate, though I will never make a video about that because the second I say I hate a certain team,